Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys. As you can tell, we are well clear of our nearest opponents in League Two because we're the best team in League Two. We're so good that we just insured our ticket to the FA Cup final at Wembley Stadium in front of 90,000 people. This is bananas. Starting the no nice way to say it, the AFC Wimbledon B team. Do you see how many people have the nickname C? C. Fayer, C. Jackert, C. Arthur. C. Arthur. That's funny because B. Arthur was on Golden Girls, etc. So I guess we're really not starting the B team, are we, Meredith? We're starting the C team. Today, oh God, I hate myself. Today I'm going to be, we don't need to win this game, but we like to win them anyway. And also this is good experience for young AFC Wimbledon players who may be part of the future of the club. Also, the rest of our team is so tired, it's not even funny. But yeah, these guys, I mean, we have a real talent problem at AFC Wimbledon, but we're going to try to improve it over the summer. The basic problem is that we don't have enough players, and the players that we do have are not good enough. But it'll all work out. We'll fix it. So today's topic comes from Sharpie and Kate. They say the thing that we would most value your opinion on is how to become an adult. Like, really, we would like some advice. Sometimes it seems as if lying around all weekend watching Wimbly Wombly videos and Pinteresting surrounded by dead cups and Cocoa Pop bowls is incongruous with becoming legitimate adults. First off, I don't know what a dead cup is. Is that a thing? Is that a thing among the teenagers these days? Meredith, do you know what that is? Even Meredith's too old to know what a dead cup is. Is it a drug thing? Is it an ecstasy derivative? Are you using the drugs? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, nothing like getting high and going on Pinterest. Yeah, so here's my honest answer to that, and I this isn't going to be very helpful probably, but like everyone is faking it. No one feels comfortable being an adult. Everyone feels like an imposter. I feel like an imposter all the time. I was just at this party. The Indianapolis Business Journal named both Sarah and I to the 40 under 40 list. 40 people under the age of 40 in Indianapolis who are making a difference in the business community or something. I was totally delighted about this because I love Indianapolis. And anyway, so I went to the party, and I was very nervous to go to the party because I feel like kind of a schlump as it is, and then you have to go to a party and like, I don't know. It made me nervous. I was really anxious about it. The whole time I was there, I just kept thinking like, wow, I really do not belong here. I am not actually one of Indianapolis's 40 under 40. This is a lie, and I do not deserve to be here, and this is weird. I don't think you ever stop feeling like an imposter, but there's something kind of liberating about realizing that everyone else also feels like an imposter. Like, I remember reading Philip Roth talking about self-doubt as a writer, and just thinking, well, I mean, if Philip Roth is like, oh, I don't know if I'm any good, then what the hell? Of course I feel that way. Look at this great run from C. Arthur. Oh, he is a golden girl. Get it! Oh, tell you what, John Green puts that in the back of the net 10 times out of 10. Don't want to be mean about it. Just being realistic. Then we've got not a very good tramp of the ball by good old Fayers here. Oh, Fayers tries to make the turn, but he's just, the guy he's not the fastest kid on the block. Terrible trap there. You know what? We're going to get there. And the other thing is that you never know. When are you going to find a Yabamba? They say Yabamba's only a 54 skill level. The guy's scored 10 goals this season, He scored. So, anyway, to your point, Sharpie and Kate, it's okay. It's okay to drink Cocoa Puffs or eat Cocoa Puffs and not feel like a proper adult. Like, part of, oh, God, Seb Brown. No. It's funny because, Seb Brown made that save against Arsenal when I needed him to. And now, when I don't care if he does, he doesn't. So that's fine, Seb. Just, you know what? Stay comfortable and don't get injured. That's what matters to me right now, buddy. it's okay. It's not okay. I think like the what happened to me anyway in those years is that I would start to feel like I was useless, and then I would have a hard time doing anything. And that, of course, is not as okay. Like, it's important to do things. I'm a big believer in doing things that need doing, and like trying to find things that need doing, whether that's work in the form of employment, anything that needs doing. You know, washing dishes needs doing at restaurants, like serving tables needs doing, stocking shelves needs doing. But you know, I think it's really good. It was good for me anyway to find things that need doing, but they don't have to be work. They can be or paid work anyway. They can be things like volunteering that needs doing, and it's, you know, it can be tremendously fulfilling. But I think like if you let that feeling of oh, I'm sort of useless and can't do anything get to you, then it can really like be paralyzing and stifling and keep you from doing things that need doing. That said, at least in my experience, it's okay to eat Cocoa Puffs for dinner. That's like one of the pleasures of being an adult. So I think for me anyway, I try to take pleasures in the pleasurable parts of adulthood, which include eating Cocoa Puffs for dinner on occasion, being able to make my own schedule, deciding when I go to bed, things like that. Now, of course, then also have to live the consequences of needing to like get up early for work and being miserable, as I was this morning because I stayed up late last night. Late in our family being 12:15, but yeah, I think like that. It's okay. That's part of being an adult. And it's kind of the fun part, right? Like when you were 10 or 11 years old, you used to think like, man, I wish I could eat candy at night. Well, you can now. You know, there's no one to say no candy at night. That's great. That's good. You should be happy about that, and don't be afraid. I think like don't, at least for me, don't be afraid to take advantage of that. But you know, it definitely does help, I think, to feel productive or to feel useful. And for me, at least, like the way to do that was to find mostly early in my career, kind of like volunteer opportunities or just to do things that I really enjoyed. You know, maybe that's Pinterest. Maybe that's, oh, that was almost a beautiful through ball. Maybe that's, you know, playing FIFA and uploading the videos to YouTube. Maybe it's being active in the Nerdfighter community or volunteering at a soup kitchen, whatever it is. That stuff can be really kind of scary to do and overwhelming, and I know that because I've been overwhelmed myself trying to do it, but it's also really useful and it can feel really good. So I think I guess that's as close as I have to a recommendation. Is anybody not tired? Do we have anybody who isn't tired? Hell's Pels, he's tired, but he's less tired. Fayers, it was a heroic effort. Just kidding, you weren't that good. And Porter, you're coming on. You're coming on for the patron saint of lost crosses, K. St. Luce. And Lizzie Bennett, you're staying on the bench. John Green, let's try to get a golden steal this thing. Okay. Here we go. Oh, they're from England. So a dead cup is probably an England thing. But, you know, I think there are ways to be, like, active in a community that feel really productive, even if you aren't doing, like, things that other adults associate with success or whatever. And I guess that's what I would encourage you to do. Get there! I'd like to see a little more courage on the ball. You know what I mean? It's like anything, Sharpie and Kate. It's just like Wombly football. Like, you've got to be one of those players who's willing to put yourself out there a little bit in order to kind of like have a fulfilling adulthood. I really do believe that. So I know that it's hard to go do that stuff. Yeah. But I think it's really valuable, and I think you end up like that's where you end up getting value out of life, and also where you end up like making the relationships that become really important to you in those communities, whether it's the community of the people that you work with in your job, or the community of the people you work with in the volunteer thing that matters to you, or the communities that you're part of, the Wombly fan community, the Nerdfighter community, whatever it is. That to me is where you get the real value. That's like where that's the stuff that I like about being a person. And it's also, I find that once I do that stuff, even though it can be quite draining for me and really tiring. Once I do it, I feel, are you kidding? Are they Barcelona? Did you see that goal, man? They did a bicycle kick, for God's sake. Seb Brown heroically saved the bicycle kick because he's Seb Brown. But, and they poured guys into the box. They must be playing for something. They must be on the edge of relegation or something, Southend United. By the way, I'm not going to make a joke about the team named Southend United because it's too easy. I'll just say that context is everything. Yeah. So I like one of the things that Sharpie and Kate said in their message to me was that I seemed to like being an adult and like what I do, and I do. I'm very lucky to like what I do, and I do like being an adult. But a lot of what I like about being an adult is about like the relationships of and the stability in them, and that didn't come for me like quickly in adulthood. Like it's not like that showed up. Get it? Oh. You'd expect John Green to score there, I would think, but he didn't. We're going to go all out attacking here for the last 10 minutes, and just again, like we may lose this game, but we're learning. We're learning about our team. We're learning about each other. Get there! Oh, you gotta finish in that situation, don't you think? I don't want to criticize, but ball John Green sets you up like that, puts you alone with the goalkeeper. It's a great run. Don't get me wrong, fantastic run, but you got the shot one time and you got to get there. That's a chance you've got to take. Look who's up! It's Seb Brown. Seb Brown in the box. Hey, get Seb the ball. Oh, they don't want to pass it to him. Typical. Oh, I was offside. Coming back from an offside position. Again, it's just like it's basic football intelligence stuff. That's a little frustrating. So the last thing that I want to say is that I know I say this all the time in Wimbly Womblys videos, but I really mean it. Adulthood is not an event; it's a process. So this isn't something that like you feel. It's like anything. You don't feel mastery of the violin the day after you pick it up. And I think being in your sort of post-school life is like that too. It's not going to happen immediately. It is going to happen though. Like you will get more comfortable with the process or experience of being an adult over time. And then it'll be downright fun. Go ahead and celebrate, Southend United. We're still 25 points atop you in the league, and we're going to the FA Cup final. I'm sorry for disappointing the home fans. That isn't how. Look, we never want to lose a game. We're not proud of this. I'm going to go give the boys an absolute tongue lashing in the locker room. Context is everything. But let's be realistic. Let's know where we are in the season. It's still things are going pretty well. Nonetheless, Kennedy is squatting in shame. Thank you for watching. Best wishes.